So I got to go to the movie theater for the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. I went with my nephew and his wife, and it was really cool because my nephew actually hadn't seen Revenge of the Sith in theaters. He was a little too young. His dad wouldn't let him go. Now that morning, I was able to go and score a Revenge of the Sith popcorn bucket, which I talked about in one of my previous videos. Our movie theater only got 50 of them, and actually after the movie, my nephew and I went to check to see if they had any more, and the guy at the concessions stand said that they sold out within 15 minutes. He said that the first showing for the movie was at 3 p.m., and all the workers there at the movie theater got a text at 3:13 saying that the popcorn buckets had been sold out. So it wasn't really 15 minutes because I had gone there at 11 in the morning as soon as they opened up earlier that day and got some, but I saw other people getting them too. So yeah, they didn't last long. I asked them if they were going to get any more in because I know the movie's going to be there for at least another week, and they said no. That was it. So I've seen some people post images with a soda cup as well. I did get the Vader sipper, but I never saw the soda cup. They might have had them there. I didn't know that was going to be a thing, so I missed out on that. But anyways, it was really cool to be there in the movie theater and watch that movie again.
So super cool. I am at the movie theater where I first originally saw Revenge of the Sith 20 years ago.
It surprised me that we had a pretty full theater, but that's awesome.
Because this is where the fun begins.
The opening battle was just epic because with the movie theater sound, the audio was just superb. And the whole thing, it was just a blast. It was a blast to see it again. Probably one of the best moments in the film, at least as far as audience reaction goes, was of course when Obi-Wan jumps down and says, "Hello there." A lot of people laughed and reacted at that because that's just, that's like the most well-known meme from Star Wars. So that was pretty fun. I didn't get a recording of that because my nephew laughed at me when I told him I was gonna record the entire film so I could watch it whenever I want to. And he said, "Don't you have Disney Plus?" Not to mention the DVDs and Blu-rays, right? But anyways, I digress. Of course, I was just joking. I wasn't going to record the whole thing, but I did get the beginning and the end. Don't tell anyone. I don't want to get kicked out of the movie theater. In fact, funny story, my mom was telling me that one of the first copies they ever had of Star Wars was, I guess, a bootlegged copy of somebody recording the movie theater. And like, how did they sneak cameras in back then? I mean, those things were huge. So I don't know how they did it, but anyways. But seeing it again was just awesome. That lightsaber duel at the end. I don't want to spoil the movie for anyone out there, but the two people fighting, it was epic. It was a really enjoyable experience, and I'm glad I got to go with my nephew. First movie I remember seeing in theaters was The Phantom Menace, and I went with his dad and my brother, and it was just he and I, and it was a good memory. And I actually took my son there. I think I have a video about that. I took my son last year, was it, when they had the 25th anniversary for that movie. I took him, so it was his first movie in theaters. One other really interesting thing is I actually saw Revenge of the Sith went on release day on my birthday 20 years ago. And my wife pointed out to me that the first time the movie came out, it was on my birthday. And now the second time, it was coming out on my daughter's birthday. But she wouldn't let me take my 3-year-old daughter to go see Revenge of the Sith. Not sure why. No, it was probably very wise not to take my daughter. But there'll be more Star Wars, right? I can take her to something else in the future when she's old enough. Anyways, I'd love to hear are you going to go see the movie? Is it playing near you? Let me know your experience. If you've seen it, if you've seen the re-release, or if it was your first time ever seeing Revenge of the Sith in theaters, let me know how that was. All right, TK422 out.